Dear friends, thank you for your incredible engagement, for the likes, comments, and subscriptions. Your support gives me the motivation to create more meaningful and useful content for you. Your feedback fuels my channel, and I am deeply grateful to everyone who follows and supports me. If this is your first visit, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so you won't miss any new videos. Today I want to share with you the most interesting and perhaps the most significant topic of the month. We'll compare Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time, with modern psychology that millions trust today. Will they clash or cooperate? Stay tuned until the end. You'll be surprised by the depth and practicality of the ancient teachings, especially if your goal is to stay calm, confident, and successful in today's world. May you have a truly wonderful day. Remember, you are stronger than you may think. This video is just another step towards becoming stronger. Let's do it. Picture a man standing in the midst of a storm. The wind is whipping up the trees. The rain is pounding his face. Everything is shouting, "Panic, run!" But he remains still. His expression is not one of fear, but of inner calm. That's the Stoic way. This is how Marcus Aurelius lived, and that's what Epictetus taught. Today, millions of people strive for this state by reading psychological books and seeing therapists. Stoicism originated in ancient Greece and found strength in Rome. Its central idea is that you can't control the outer world, but you can choose how you respond to it. There's nothing superfluous, no words, no complaints, just the strength of the spirit. Modern psychology, on the other hand, suggests a different approach. Instead of simply letting go and ignoring our suffering, it encourages us to explore the root causes of our fears and anxieties. It aims to help us understand where these emotions come from and how we can heal them. This is a more empathetic and compassionate approach, which focuses on understanding and addressing the underlying issues. It encourages self-reflection and introspection, rather than simply suppressing our emotions. So, who is right? The Stoic, who advises us to let go and not worry about things that are beyond our control, or the psychologist, who encourages us to work through our trauma and seek understanding? In reality, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Both approaches have their merits, and it depends on the individual and the situation. However, it is important to remember that we cannot control everything around us, but we can control our reactions and how we choose to respond to challenges. Ultimately, it is up to us to decide whether we want to focus on controlling our external circumstances or our internal reactions. By exploring the root causes of our emotions, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and work towards healing and growth. And here's the first difference between Stoicism and psychology. Stoicism encourages accepting the world as it is, while psychology aims to change the inner world in order to make it easier to deal with the outside world. For example, if you fail an important interview, the Stoic would say, "It's out of my control. I did my best. I can move on with a calm mind." The psychologist, on the other hand, would ask, "Why are you so afraid of rejection? What are you getting out of it?" One approach is more comforting, while the other digs deeper. Another difference is how they deal with emotions. While Stoicism can sometimes be misunderstood as not feeling, this is not true. The Stoics do not reject emotions. They teach us not to be slaves to them. Anger, fear, anxiety. These are all signals that need to be acknowledged, but we need to be the captains of our own ships. In contrast, modern psychology encourages us to feel our emotions and understand them. Emotions are not enemies, but teachers. But both Stoicism and psychology agree on one thing: emotions need to be acknowledged. It's simply that the Stoic takes it a step further. He says, "You are not your feelings, you are the choice you make after feeling them." This is an incredibly powerful idea. Imagine if we always chose our reactions consciously, instead of automatically. How much quarreling, worrying, and stress would be eliminated from our lives. Now, about fate. Stoics believed in logos, an intelligent force that governs the universe. We can't change the course of events, but we can grow within them. Modern psychology emphasizes freedom of choice. We are the authors of our own story. We can rewrite the script of our lives. What if we combined these approaches? What if we accepted that not everything is up to us, but transformed what we have control over? That's where true inner freedom lies. One of the most inspiring examples is Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and survivor of the concentration camps. While he was in Auschwitz, he read Epictetus and wrote, "All things can be taken from a man, but one thing cannot be taken: the freedom of choice in how to respond to what happens." This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoicism and its application in difficult circumstances. We have the power to choose whether we will be victims or authors of our own lives. We decide who we want to be. Moving on, let's discuss Stoicism as a practice. It's a morning meditation, a daily diary, and an evening reflection on the day's events. What went well? Where did I get emotional? It's not just a theory, it's training for the mind and spirit. Modern psychology offers other tools like cognitive maps, cognitive behavioral therapy, and trauma treatment. They all work too, but the key is consistency. The Stoic would say, live in accordance with nature, and the psychologist would say, live true to yourself. But in both cases, these paths lead to freedom, peace, and deep self-confidence. One of the most beautiful concepts of Stoicism is the concept of memento mori, which means remember death. This is not meant to instill terror, but rather to awaken us to the fact that life is finite and should not be wasted on trivial concerns, anxiety, or resentment. There is also a similar concept in psychology, known as death writing, which involves imagining what you would say if this were the last day of your life. This exercise helps to clarify priorities and provide a sense of purpose. Another commonality between Stoicism and psychology is the practice of gratitude. Stoics would begin their day by saying, "I am awake, and that is reason for joy," while psychology recommends keeping a gratitude journal. Both practices help us stay present and focused on the things that truly matter. So, what do these two philosophies have in common? They both emphasize the importance of self-reflection and personal growth, rather than seeking instant solutions or magic pills. But the path of Stoicism and the path of psychology are both paths of strength. You walk through pain and fear and face the chaos of the world with inner strength. The path of psychology helps you go inside yourself and sort through your feelings, finding strength within. Both paths require courage, but each person has their own way. Epictetus may be closer to Stoicism, while Carl Rogers may be closer to psychology. The important thing is to take the path that feels right for you. Remember that you don't need to choose one path over the other. you can draw strength from both Stoicism and psychology, becoming wise and alive in the process. As Seneca said, it's not because of hesitation that something is difficult, but because we don't take the risk. Make a decision and work on yourself. Healing and growing stronger are essential. Wherever you are in life, you have the tools to make it better. You are your own project, and it's important to complete it beautifully. Don't look for perfection. There are no perfectly perfect people. However, there are those who are living, conscious, and persevering. You can become like them. If you have watched this far, you are already on the right path. You are searching, so you live. Go ahead. Read Epictetus. Visit a therapist. Write diaries. Pray. Breathe. Stay quiet. Cry. Laugh. But continue. All of these things are your path. Remember, you are not anxiety, failure, or resentment. You have a choice. This choice makes you free. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. What inspires you more, Stoicism or modern psychology? Let's do something. If we receive at least 10 likes, I will create a special video about combining Stoic practices and cognitive therapy techniques into one morning routine. This will be a powerful start to your day, combining the wisdom of ancient times and the support of modern science. Thank you for watching and for your support. Your involvement means more than just numbers. It's the energy that keeps this channel going. Remember, everything you need to be strong is already within you. Just let yourself be strong. We'll see you in the next video.